If you thought gaming was getting way too expensive, buckle up because Sony just decided to completely nuke our wallets. A brand new article from Eurogamer just dropped and Sony is raising the prices on the PS5 and the PS5 Pro and the PlayStation Portal across the board. Their excuse: continued pressure in the global economic landscape. Yep, that's right. Sony is feeling the pressure. So their solution is to squeeze the absolute life out of us while the economy is literally going to shit. If you're struggling just to put fuel in your car, congratulations, Sony just decided gaming isn't for you anymore. Welcome back to the channel. Let's dive straight into the absolute madness that Sony dropped on us today, as of recording this. So starting April 2nd, the price of base PS5 is going up to $650 in the US. The PS5 digital, $600. But the real kicker is the PS5 Pro. They're hiking that thing up by around $150. It is now going to cost $900 US for a mid-generation console. Let that sink in for a second. These consoles were already unaffordable. We're years into this generation, and historically, prices are supposed to go down. Instead, corporate greed is working overtime. They're charging a massive premium for hardware that the average person could barely justify buying yesterday, let alone today. And let's talk about Sony's literal excuse here: continued pressures in the global economic landscape. Oh, you poor, massive, multinational corporation. Are you feeling the pinch? Because out here in the real world, the economy is entirely in the gutter. Every time we look at the news, there's a new war, a global crisis, and another reason why the cost of everything from bread to electricity is skyrocketing. Global conflicts are driving fuel prices to absolute record highs. People are having to choose between heating their homes, feeding their families, or paying rent. And Sony looks at this apocalyptic economic landscape and thinks, know what people have? An extra couple $100 to spare for a PlayStation. It's completely tone deaf. And I have to speak on this from my own perspective, because here in Australia, we're absolutely fucked right now. The cost of living down here is spiraling out of control. It is a genuine crisis. Have you seen the prices of fuel lately? It's a joke. You basically need to take out a second mortgage just to fill up the fucking tank to drive to work. We're getting squeezed from every single direction. Food, rent, petrol, everything is astronomically high. So when you take these new US prices, $900 for a PS5 Pro, and you convert that to the Australian dollars, factor in the Australian tax that these tech companies love to slap on us, you're looking at a console that costs as much as a used car. I believe the PS5 Pro is going to be like $1,400. Jesus. Gaming used to be the escape. When the world outside was going to shit, you could boot up your console, tune out the misery, and just relax. It was the cheaper entertainment that got us through the hard times. Now, it's a luxury item meant only for the upper class. But what's the result of all this? Even fewer people are going to be able to afford to game. You're going to see a shrinking community because average hard-working people are going to be priced out of the hobby entirely. Sony has lost the plot. And quite frankly, if this is the future of the industry, a lot of us are going to be left behind. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comments, are you absolutely done with Sony after this? How bad is the cost of living hitting you where you live? And is gaming even justifiable anymore? Drop a like if you agree that this price hike is complete garbage. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to go cry at the petrol station. I'll catch you guys in the next video.